train your mouth, your brain, and your confidence to speak English more naturally? Welcome back to English Unlocked, the place where English starts to feel less locked, less scary, and much more usable. Today, we are going to talk about a powerful speaking method, not just shadowing, not just repeating, not just recording your voice and feeling embarrassed. We are going to combine several speaking techniques together so your learning becomes stronger, deeper, and more natural. Think about it like this. If you only listen, you improve your ears. If you only repeat, you improve your mouth. If you only memorize, you improve your memory. But when you combine listening, shadowing, mimicking, recording, changing sentences, and speaking freely, you train your whole English system, your ears, your mouth, your brain, your confidence, and your speed. That is what we want. Today's method is called the Shadow Change Speak Loop. It has one simple idea. First, copy English. Then change English. Then use English. That is how a sentence becomes part of you. Let's start with the full learning loop. First, choose a short audio or video clip. It can be from a podcast, a TV show, a YouTube video, an interview, or a short conversation. The clip should be short, maybe 30 seconds to 90 seconds, not 10 minutes. Not one full movie. Please don't torture yourself. Short is better. Why? Because short clips are easier to repeat, and repetition is where the magic happens. Step 1 is listening. Listen to the clip once without speaking. Just listen. Try to understand the situation. Who is speaking? What is happening? English is not only words. English is sound, emotion, rhythm, and intention. Step 2 is script reading. Read the transcript or subtitles, but do not focus on every single word. Focus on useful chunks. A chunk is a group of words that native speakers often say together. For example, "I'm not sure what you mean." That makes sense. "Can you give me an example? I was wondering if you could help me." These are much more useful than memorizing one lonely word. Words need friends. Step 3 is simultaneous recitation. This means you play the audio and read the script out loud at the same time as the speaker. You are not waiting. You are speaking with the audio. At first, it may feel messy. You may be late. You may miss words. You may sound like a tired robot. That is okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to follow the rhythm. You're training your mouth to move at English speed. Step 4 is mimicking. Now you pause after each sentence and copy the speaker. You copy the pronunciation, the stress, the pause, the emotion, and the tone. For example, the sentence, "I don't know," can sound many different ways. Listen. "I don't know." "I really don't know." "Honestly, I don't know." "I don't know." Same meaning, different feeling. This is why mimicking is powerful. You are not just learning what to say. You are learning how to sound natural when you say it. Step 5 is record and compare. Yes, I know, most learners hate hearing their own voice. You record yourself, play it back, and suddenly think, "Is that really me?" But this is one of the fastest ways to improve. Record yourself saying the same sentence, then compare your recording with the original speaker. But here's the important rule. Do not check everything at once. Choose only one focus. Maybe today you check rhythm. Tomorrow you check pronunciation. Another day you check stress. Another day you check speed. Another day you check emotion. One focus at a time keeps your brain calm. Step 6 is transformation. This is where you stop being a copy machine. You take the original sentence and change it for your real life. For example,
Original sentence. I was wondering if you could help me. Now change it. I was wondering if you could check my writing. I was wondering if you could explain this word. I was wondering if you could speak more slowly. I was wondering if you could send me the file. Now the sentence belongs to you. Step 7 is role play. Create a small, real-life situation. Maybe you are talking to a teacher. Maybe you are asking a friend for help. Maybe you are speaking in a meeting. Maybe you are ordering coffee. Use the sentence in that situation. This is how textbook English becomes real English. Step 8 is timed speaking. Now speak freely for 30 to 60 seconds using the phrases you practiced. Do not try to be perfect. Try to keep speaking. Use simple sentences. Use the useful chunks. Use the same rhythm. Fluency grows when you speak before you feel fully ready. Step 9 is spaced repetition. Repeat the same clip later. Repeat it today. Repeat it tomorrow. Repeat it 3 days later. Repeat it 1 week later. Don't run away from repetition. Repetition is not boring when it gives you confidence. Now, let's practice with 6 examples. Example 1, asking for help. Original sentence,
I was wondering if you could help me. First, listen to the sentence. Then repeat it with the speaker. Then mimic the tone. Try to sound polite and calm. Now change it. I was wondering if you could help me with this email. I was wondering if you could help me understand this sentence. I was wondering if you could help me prepare for my speaking test. Now role play. Imagine you are talking to your English teacher. Say, Hi, I was wondering if you could help me with this sentence. I understand the words, but I'm not sure about the meaning. Nice, that sounds natural. Now timed speaking. Talk for 30 seconds about a time you asked someone for help. Use the phrase, I was wondering if. Example 2, ordering coffee. Original sentence, Can I get a small coffee, please? Listen. Repeat. Speak with the audio. Now mimic the rhythm. Can I get a small coffee, please? Notice we do not say every word like a robot. Not, can I get a small coffee, please? That sounds like a coffee machine giving an order. Say it smoothly. Can I get a small coffee, please? Now change it. Can I get a bottle of water, please? Can I get an iced latte, please? Can I get the menu, please? Can I get this to go, please? Now role play. Imagine you are at a cafe. Say, Hi, can I get an iced coffee, please? And can I get it to go? Now timed speaking. Describe your usual coffee order for 30 seconds. Use, can I get? I usually order, I like it because. Example 3, giving your opinion. I think it depends on the situation. This is a very useful sentence. It helps you sound thoughtful. Listen to the sentence. Repeat it. Then mimic the stress. I think it depends on the situation. Now change it. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on the price. I think it depends on the country. I think it depends on your goal. Now role play. Imagine someone asks, Is watching movies a good way to learn English? You answer, I think it depends on the situation. If you use subtitles and repeat useful lines, it can be very helpful. That is a strong answer. Now time to speaking. Answer this question for 45 seconds. Is shadowing useful for English learners? Use, I think it depends on, for example. That's why. Example 4, explaining confusion. Original sentence, I'm not sure what you mean. Listen. Repeat with the speaker. Then mimic the feeling. You can sound confused but polite. I'm not sure what you mean. Now change it. I'm not sure what this word means. I'm not sure what the teacher means. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure what the question is asking. Now role play. Imagine you are in a meeting. Someone explains something too fast. You say, Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could you explain it again?
This is a survival sentence. Very useful. Now, timed speaking. Talk about a time when you did not understand something in English.
I wasn't sure. I asked. After that. Example 5. Small talk. Original sentence. How was your weekend? Listen. Repeat. Mimic the friendly tone. Not serious. Not flat. Friendly. How was your weekend? Now change it. How was your day? How was your trip? How was your class? How was your meeting? Now role play. Imagine you meet a coworker on Monday. You say, "Hey, how was your weekend?" They say, "It was good." You answer, "That's nice. Did you do anything fun?" Simple but very real. Now timed speaking. Talk for 30 seconds about your weekend. Use, "My weekend was," "I spent time," "I also," "It was." Example 6. Telling a short story. Original sentence. At first I was nervous, but then I felt more confident. This is a beautiful sentence for storytelling. Listen. Repeat. Copy the rhythm. At first I was nervous, but then I felt more confident. Now change it. At first I was confused, but then I understood. At first I was shy, but then I started speaking. At first I was tired, but then I enjoyed it. At first I was afraid, but then I tried again.
Now role play. Imagine you are talking about your English journey. Say, "At first, I was nervous when I spoke English, but then I practiced every day and felt more confident." Good. Now timed speaking. Tell a short story about learning English. Use "at first," "but then," "after that," "now." See what happened? You did not just repeat sentences. You listened, you copied, you changed, you used. That is the full speaking loop. Let's review the method one more time. First, listen to a short clip. Second, read the script. Third, speak with the audio using simultaneous recitation. Fourth, pause and mimic the speaker. Fifth, record your voice and compare it. Sixth, change the sentences for your own life. Seventh, use them in a role play. Eighth, speak freely for 30 to 60 seconds. Ninth, repeat the same practice later. This is how you multiply your learning, not by studying harder for one day, but by connecting methods correctly. Listening gives you input. Shadowing gives you rhythm. Mimicking gives you natural sound. Recording gives you feedback. Transformation gives you control. Role play gives you real communication. Timed speaking gives you fluency. Spaced repetition makes everything automatic. That is a lot of power from one short clip. Now, before we finish, here is your simple exercise for today. Choose one short English clip, only 30 to 60 seconds. Write down 3 useful sentences. Practice each sentence in this order. Listen, recite with the audio, mimic, record, compare, change, role play, speak freely. And remember, your goal is not to sound perfect. Your goal is to sound clearer, smoother, and more confident than yesterday. That is real progress. And this is English Unlocked. Your English is not broken. It is just locked. And with the right practice, you can unlock it. one sentence at a time.